All right, so it is day 3. We're on our like 5th or 6th trap of the morning, and we got a little Joffrey cat right behind us. We caught one. So this will be the 2nd cat we've captured in this campaign. We're gonna do a full workup on her. The vet is on her way. Super exciting.
And this is a new one. They haven't seen this one before either. So this is awesome
Yeah,
data
new
that we're gonna be collecting.
Yep, and I think we have an extra collar. We may put a collar on this one.
See if he's big enough.
Yeah, if he's big enough. All right, so we're on a farmer, Sergio's land right now, and Felipe is actually replacing the old camera trap with one of the camera traps that we brought from the people who gave us camera traps. So thank you to everyone who donated traps. We're actually putting them to good use. We're in this area. There's no trap set here, but we're monitoring it, and there's a little trail here, and it's used heavily by Marigay, Joffroy's cats, and Jaguar Mundi, which is super cool. 3 different feline species.
Pretty awesome. And this is a really nice little fragmented area of the forest with a little river running right behind us. So that's a really popular area for these cats to go into. So this should be a great camera trap. And we're excited. Thank you guys for helping to support us. We were able to bring a handful of new cameras, so we're putting them to use.
Yeah, awesome.
So we are setting a new trap right now. This area has a lot of Marigay in the area. They caught one a couple days ago in the same area, and there's a bridge right above us. And they love walking across the bridge. So they're seeing a lot of scat up there. So this seems like a really great area to set this trap. So they're getting all put together. They use live pigeon as bait that is in a separate box on the back of the trap that the cat can't get to, but it will attract them to hopefully go in here. So this is going to be set today. Fingers crossed, maybe we'll have something tomorrow.
So this cat is the first time they've ever caught her. It's a female. She's a little small, kind of like our Joffrey Aries, but she's about 5.5, almost 6 pounds. And they're gonna put a collar on her, we think. We think she's just on the verge of being big enough to wear that collar. Dr. Anna's getting some blood from her. They've got a full workup. They've got all the metrics and the data on her. And then we're gonna actually do a reversal for the drug, put her back in the cage, get her out into the woods and give her a couple hours to wake up. And her name is Kylan, which is a mixture of Brian and Kylie. So we've caught 2 cats that they've never caught before. One is Briley and this one is Kylan. So cute little Kylan. She's a sweetie. Look at her.
So the telemetry that we've been using to track the Joffrey's cats, we also have collars on some feral cats in the area. And the big study that Felipe and Marina are doing right now is to try to see overlapping ranges between the feral cats and the wild cats and potential spread of disease between the 2 of them. So we're actually at a farmer's property right now, and we're about to vaccinate some cats and dogs for them to help reduce the spread of disease.
Yeah, and they actually give the owners these little vaccination cards so they can keep track of their vaccinations. And hopefully year after year after year, all these farmers that have these massive properties out here, they each have like 10 dogs and 7 or 8 cats just on their properties. And unfortunately, they are coming in contact with the wildlife. The dogs are eating the cats and then small foxes. The cats are spreading diseases back and forth to the cats. So the goal here is to, help that, see if we can reduce that by vaccinations. So Dr. Anna is preparing a bunch of vaccines. So not only are these guys doing research, they're actually helping the community, and it's super important.
Yeah, so and just a great way to show, a great way to mitigate
We're gonna yell
some conflicts with the wild cats in the area. So again, some awesome work.
Yep. All right, so me and Felipe just spotted a first Joffrey cat. I saw my first wild Joffrey cat. It's amazing. So happy. Kylie is back there. She's still looking. Unfortunately, we jumped over barbed wire. We found the cat on the telemetry and we needed to download. So the telemetry works like a mile away, but then this machine here, we have to be within about 50 yards of the cat to download. So we knew where the cat kind of was. Me and Felipe jumped over this barbed wire to get to this back field right here, and she's still kind of looking for the cat for Kylie to see her, and we basically downloaded all the data from that cat. So now we know, since the last time we were able to download, Tatia is her name, we got all these data points downloaded to our system.
400 points.
400 positions. So basically 400 different data points. We can watch her map go where she lives. This is her home. This is where she lives. It is amazing. And we thought we didn't see her at all. And then we were like literally walking out of the thick of this, and there she was just walking away from us. And I'm like, Felipe, Felipe, Felipe. And Kylie's way over there. So she decided to jump over the barbed wire too. And unfortunately she didn't make it. She's not happy. She's still looking over there somewhere. I don't know if you can see her, that blue jacket. But I saw Joffrey cat today. Epic. It was made because of this guy right here. Felipe is the only person doing research like this in the Pampa. Amazing. I'm so excited. I saw Joffrey. All right, so Felipe and Marina are actually talking to the owner. This guy right here is the owner of the property. He literally has a Joffrey cat that lives 50 yards behind his house in his farm.
No idea.
Never seen her, don't know, doesn't know anything about, doesn't even know what Joffrey cats are. So part of this project, he's educating the locals.
Yeah, so he had a little pamphlet that he's giving the guy that will teach him all about the cats. They've never actually met this farmer before, so he just let us on our property. They're talking, they're getting to know each other, and he's educating them about the cats in the area.
And this cat actually has a collar on, so they can find this cat over and over and get the data points.
And this cat actually could potentially have a little kitten only a month or two old.
Yeah.
Right in this area. So
Yeah.
she's more than likely going to be back.
Yep.
And the kittens aren't really going to be starting to adventure for another month or so, I would say at least.
Yeah.
So the kitten was probably still right there. So we wanted to leave and make sure she felt safe enough to come back.
Yep.
And take care of her kitten again. But
Yeah.
we'll have all the data and we can see exactly where she is for how long, and it may give us a good idea as to where the den even is. So
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
Totally. Kylie's a little upset with me right now, but
I'm
I
happy that
jumped
we
barbed
saw-
wire. I went through barbed wire and over it, and it touched me in many places because I had to crawl over it, and it was a horrible experience. But
You, like, fell
well,
over barbed
it doesn't matter. I got over it, and Kylie was like, "No, I'm not doing that."
Yeah, it
And
was
now
a
she
little-
wishes she went over the barbed wire with me.
But we had a better way to go around, but he got really loud.
I got really excited.
And
I was
then
like,
the cat ran
"Felipe,
really
Felipe,
fast.
Felipe!"
So I blame you actually, because we could have maybe quietly gotten there.
Yeah.
And she would have ran away so much, but you got a
I
little
saw
too
my
excited.
first ever wild
But
Joffrey cat. Now we have 2 more days to find Kylie a wild Joffrey. Stay tuned.
All right, so this is really, really cool data. So all the cats that have the GPS collars, we've been downloading their information when we get closer, and they're able to upload all of that from the collar onto the computer. So you can see all of these dots here are different cats. We've got one male that's got a nice big range going through this whole area. Another male really close and actually overlapping that territory. This is one of the females, and this was the female we actually just saw last night that Brian was able to see, and we believe she's got a kitten. So you can see how clustered her dots are. She's not going very far because we believe she's got a kitten in that area too. So this is some really awesome data. It's great to see where all the cats are going and also how they're using the land. You can see on the map how some of the darker forest areas are fragmented between all of this. Is a lot of soy crops, so they won't run across those crops. So it's very interesting to see how they're using the land, and this will hopefully help be able to show where we need to protect to keep these little corridors for the cats to continue to move and use the natural territory around them.
So a little bit of a sad ending today. We did get a call that someone found a dead Joffrey's cat with one of their collars, and it was one of their big males that they had put the collar on back in August. He traveled out of the range that they usually are in, so he definitely has a pretty wide range. We're really close to a road. It's really hard to tell what happened to the cat. The good news is we got the collar back off of it, and they'll be able to use all that data, but really sad that, you know, this is why they're doing all this work, because this is probably another cat that was hit by a car.
Potentially. It's a really sad day, but they're gonna at least get the information from the collar. We were able to recover the collar, and we'll go from there. All right, so we actually just tracked a cat and we downloaded their collar data. So we were within like 25 meters of this cat, right in this brush right behind us, right underneath of this track. And this track goes from a field way down there to a coal mine way down there. There's actually a coal mine that goes through the entire area of Sival. Am I saying it right?
Yes, Sival, I think.
And it is why this project got started in the first place.
Yeah, so this was actually built pretty recently with in 2016. It brought, I want to say it was over 5,000 jobs to
Workers,
this area.
yeah.
And so they asked Felipe and Flavia to start tracking the ecosystem. Luckily, they're not seeing a major impact on the wildlife. There are definitely more cars on the road. So it's nice that the mine area is actually helping to pay for fencing and the under tunnels to go under the roadways, the signages to go up. But there's definitely an impact on the environment with it, but it's really great that they are having Felipe and Marina kind of oversee it and make sure things are doing okay.
Yeah, and the coal mine paid for the underpass that the animal crossings under the road and all the fencing that leads to that underpass. So they have tried their hardest to mitigate. Coal is not great for the environment, so they've tried their hardest to mitigate some of their impact on the environment. So it's really unique, and the cats hang out
they're
by
right
the
here.
coal mine. So
it's kind of crazy. There's like a cat right behind us. We were all
we
through this.
walked
and
so much
could
through
not
it.
Find her.
We had a signal on her collar. We were so close to her. We just couldn't see her. It's a very, very thick brush. It is very hard. She's a melanistic. She's a little black cat, a little 5-pound black cat, and she can hide in that thing way better than we can see. But it's been fun. It's been awesome. We got one more day. One more day. Here we go.
So right behind us is a road sign that they recently put up. Unfortunately, there are more mines going around the area. There's more traffic, more soy farms happening. And in this location, they've had a couple Joffrey's cats unfortunately get hit by cars. So they've made these signs to help bring more awareness to drivers, to slow down, to pay attention to their surroundings, and hopefully will help reduce a little bit of the car traffic happening.
Yeah, it's really sad. Unfortunately, car strikes are a big problem here in the Pampa. Traffic, just like everywhere in the United States, we're getting more traffic everywhere. Population's growing, and the Joffrey Cat Working Group, you can see, a group that we do support, put up these signs, and we need more of the signs, actually. So
So they're
keep the
doing
support coming.
just so many different initiative projects to do
To
all
mitigate,
of this.
to mitigate the threats to their wild.
It's a lot, but hopefully it's helping. So awesome work.
All right, so we are about 3 hours north from where we've been the last 5 days, and we are in a little city or town called Cachoeira, and this is the city zoo, the Cachoeira Zoo.
Yeah, and pretty much all the animals here have been rescued. Either people kept them as pets or they were injured, and they've got all the cats.
They have Jaguar Mundi, Margay, tiger cat hybrids with Joffreys. We are in the zone where Joffrey's cats and tiger cats crossbreed. So it's called the hybrid zone, and they have several of them.
Yeah, so that'll be really cool to see. We're really excited.
We've never seen them before.
Check out the zoo.
Here we go.
So this Joffrey cat came in, someone had as a pet, I believe. And so she is super, super friendly. She is purring and headbutting and wanting to just give kisses. And I am in heaven right now. You are beautiful, little one.
So this is a Jaguar Mundi. Very, very, very rare cat. Hardly any zoo in America has them. We're so lucky to be in here to meet these two individuals. They are so cute. absolutely amazing experience. Jaguar Mundi.
All right, so we just left the zoo. It was amazing. I mean, they take great care of those animals. You can tell how healthy and happy they are, and all of them were injured wildlife, or people thought were pets.
Yeah, a lot of people find babies in that area, and if they find a baby, they take it home.
Yep.
And then it hits maturity and they don't want it anymore.
Yep, so that was a really, really cool experience to visit the zoo.
That
and now
Jaguar Mundi was awesome.
Oh my god, they were so cool. And now we have another about 3-hour drive to get back to Porto Alegre, and we're gonna go to meet Glazy, who is a rehabber, and she actually probably about 5 weeks ago now, Flavia put her in touch with me because they got in this little tiny kitten, a wildcat kitten that a dog unfortunately got. And she took it in and needed surgery, and they put us in touch because of our experience raising kittens. She's never had a kitten come in that tiny. He was only about 200 grams. So I was able to give her some of our notes on our bottom feeding and how much and how often we raise our kittens. And then I, started talking to her a lot, getting updates about the little kitten, and now we have a whole plan set in place to go meet her and see this little kitten. He is doing fantastic, and she's doing a lot of great work taking in injured wildlife, rehabbing it, and getting it back out to the wild. So we're gonna go see her next. So this is the little kitten. He's doing so good. We're really not even sure yet what species he is because he's so tiny still. He's only about 5 weeks old. But they're just doing amazing work here, and I'm so excited to meet him. Hey. Bottle feeding this little guy. He is doing so good. He's so precious. My heart is melting right now.
He's fine, he's fine, he's fine. So this is a little baby red-spined dwarf porcupine. They're from here in Brazil, in Uruguay, and Paraguay. And it is so cute. It has a little prehensile tail. It's not quite old enough to quill me, but I definitely feel the quills. And his little fingers are grabbing me. He's the cutest little baby. And hopefully he'll go back to the wild as soon as he's old enough. He is so cute. I'm getting groomed by a monkey. To poop and pee on me. So we are getting ready to leave Glazy's place. This is incredible. There are so many animals around every corner. They use their space so wisely. I think there's like 150, 200 animals being rehabbed here right now.
Yeah, so many birds. That little kitten just melted me. A little raccoon and him are living together. Some porcupines. There's just
the dwarf porcupine is my new favorite animal.
So cute. And just this, I mean, we know how much work this is. This is a lot of work. They do an amazing job. And we're happy we're able to bring her baby bottles. I got her miracle nipples. That's what I used to feed our kittens because she had some trouble. These kittens can be tough to get started on a bottle. So we brought her some supplies and definitely leaving some money to support all of this awesome work that they're doing. So loving it.
Alrighty, so we are in the Sao Paulo airport and we are on our way back to Miami, and then we have a 3-hour drive back to the preserve. Our time here in Brazil is over. It has been amazing.
This has been the trip of my lifetime. I could totally stay longer, but I also really miss our animals. So it's kind of a bittersweet day, and I will say we are tired. Hopefully we're going to sleep on the plane. We basically took a nap last night.
Yeah, we slept for like 3 hours. Brazilians, they love to eat late, and they love to eat long.
We went out to this pizza bar. It was like all you can eat pizza. They just kept coming around with all these crazy pizza slices, and it was
15 types of dessert pizza, and then like 30 types of meat normal pizza. It was delicious.
We saw the sunset on the river.
In Porto Alegre, we went around the city. So much fun, lots of animals. We learned so much about Joffrey cats, and from the researchers' point of view and what they're seeing, it's really gonna help us take better care of our Joffreys.
Yeah, and we are helping them in return by having our Joffreys, with the information that we've gathered being hands-on with ours. So
The zoo was amazing. The rehabber was amazing yesterday.
Yep.
We learned, like Brandon said, so much. I'm like still processing it all.
Yeah, and
And-
we actually learned, I think, most valuable things that they need.
Yes.
So now we have a list of things that we're going to go back, do some homework, and do some
Yep.
research, and hopefully send them some more things that are going to help get more information from the Joffrey cats that they capture, because they don't have the technology or the stuff or the resources to get these things. So we're going to send them a goodie box full of some lab equipment that they need that will help them, and some things to make the whole process less stressful for the Joffrey cats. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's so amazing. This was the best trip ever.
Yep.
And we gotta go catch our flight.
Yeah. So as always, go out there,
Do
do something
something
amazing.
amazing.